Well, it's snowing today, guys. Put my fingers in my gloves. Okay. Ah. It's not as bright out today. It's pretty cloudy, snowing. So it's a little windy out. The more we walk this little snow path every day, the more compact it makes it, which makes it easier to walk on. Except, of course, when it snows and gets windy and pushes fresh powder on top of it. Yeah, it's extra cold today. At least it feels like it anyways. My nose is already getting cold. Usually it doesn't get like this until around the halfway point or so. So I think someone just messaged me. Oh. It's just my friend, Little Pepsi. Okay. That car is driving with the flashes on. Not even necessarily their hazards, but their right turn signal. Probably forgot to shut it off. Or didn't realize when they made a turn it didn't shut off. Sometimes cars do that. Caused an accident too. Let's see, with as cold as it is today, our battery is currently at 90%. We got a battery charger hooked up to it. Let's see. The weather is currently 17 degrees. Feels like 7. Oh my gosh. Cold weather's making me yawn, man. My body already feels like it's been beaten up. Make sure we don't sleep on any of this ice. And just by looking at the treads, people have been driving up here. This shit always bothers the shit out of me. Cause it's a walkway. It's not a road. There's even signs for, no automobiles. And people still drive up in here. Then it looks like they realized they couldn't get out, so they probably backed all the way up again. Fucking idiots. Hope they got stuck. Teach them a lesson. Trying to watch where I step. Oh, it looks like all the bunny rabbit prints are covered up too. Oh shit. That spot I just stepped in, the ground broke underneath it. About to twist my ankle. Walking in the snow can actually be very dangerous. And this is why I'm wearing my boots instead of my shoes. So I don't mind wearing my shoes in this, but it's also more so why I wear my boots. So if it feels like the snow or the ground's going to give up from the snow, and if your ankle starts rolling, at least your boots can help save your ankle. Oh god. It's making me yawn like crazy. Whew. Now it's just gonna be smooth walking from here on out. Hey, what's going on? Just out for a walk in this nice snowstorm. I mean, probably wouldn't call it a snowstorm, but maybe it's a nice snow flurry. Let's go ahead and check on this creek. See how it's doing. Oh yeah. It looks like the snow flare is just trying to set up over that ice. I've been checking on this creek every day to see what's melting and what's not melting. Oh god. I can't stop yawning. I even got a ton of sleep last night too. Like, technically, I went to bed early for once. I mean, it's still late. Like, I went to bed after midnight. But considering I'm usually up till 1, 2, even 3 a.m., that's also probably because I went and got that 1 hour long friggin' hard ass massage too. I woke up sore as a motherfucker. Alright, let's see if these people let us cross. Nope, didn't even bother slowing down. Also didn't bother slowing down. Ain't that some bullshit? I was raising up my sunglasses so I could see what your username was. See, is my brightness turned all the way up? Not quite. Nice to meet you as well there. Was that grade D and B? Sweet. Yeah, I have my chat set to where the usernames comes in as like different colors and stuff. But apparently that blue and polarized glasses on cloudy, snowy days don't like each other. And of course, somebody littered. Oh, you ain't gotta worry about changing it, man. That's more on my end. It's the mobile app. It's the little chat widget it got. It has it changing colors like that. Usually I stream on my PC, but I've been trying to get in the habit of, since I walk every day, of streaming my daily walks as well. So that way I can learn about these different settings and everything like that, so I know how to tweak it. So when I go back to Asia in the spring, I'll be set and good to go. Oh yeah? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, this here is in Columbus, Ohio. It's called the Can't Chase. Well, nowadays they call it the Can't Chase Bike Trail, but there's also a railroad, as you can tell by the train, that also goes along this path as well. But this bike trail, I don't know which is older. I don't know if the trail itself is older or if the railroad that goes through the trail is older. Because this trail was, I believe, also used during the U.S. Civil War and stuff too. To go, because it can go, well, if we continue this direction, we'll eventually end up somewhere around Cleveland, Ohio, which is in the northeast, up by Lake Erie. And then if we go the opposite direction, it will eventually end up at Cincinnati, Ohio, down in the southwest near the Ohio River. And then it continues on through like Kentucky, I believe, and some other states. But for modernization, they added a bike trail. So if someone's a hardcore cyclist that likes to get in like, I don't know, 30 to 100 or so miles a day in riding, this is the perfect trail to do it. Nice. I think the closest I've been to England was on my way back home from a military deployment, and we stopped in Ireland. So I've technically been close, if we count airspace, I guess. Right, right. Yeah, it was, I think it was back in 2008, maybe, no, 2009, some shit like that when I came back from Iraq. Huh, that's rare. I've rarely seen the train come from that direction. There's like a refinery or some shit down that way. So that's why like all these are parked here. So I think these are like used for reserves or backup for when they need them. Ireland's a nice country to visit. Nice. You've only ever been to Florida? Hey, that's cool. I don't think I've ever been to Florida myself. Like I've been to a few U.S. states, but I don't think I've actually set foot in Florida. I've got some of my Marine brothers down there. I've thought about going down there and visiting them this year, like in the summertime when I come back from Asia. You like to go to Colorado and Montana? Hey, pick your time of year. Because if you go during the wintertime, I'm pretty sure both Colorado and Montana get more snow than me. And their weather, especially in Colorado, is crazy. See a lot of the wilderness or a bit of it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I think in Colorado, if you're big into motorcycles and stuff too, I think they have, fuck, what do they call them? I think they're like a BDR trail, some shit like that. I think they got shit like that over in Colorado, maybe Montana as well. Don't quote me on that, but pretty sure they do. Maybe once every 10 years we get a bit of snow here. God damn. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just going to stop walking and let this go ahead of me because the next intersection is coming up and they're probably getting ready to blow their horn. Yeah, the lights are on now, Dana. I can see them. There it goes. Now, this bridge, we got to be careful walking. This shit always gets slippery. Yeah. You know, I don't think I've actually seen any, like rail cars or anything like that in other countries. I can only go based off of American ones. So to me, these are all pretty standard size. Well, when it comes to length anyways, I know when it comes to width, I'm pretty sure railroads across the globe are all around the same width. I think some of our rail cars are actually bigger than these too. Because we'll have some that are taller because they're used to transport, like vehicles. So they'll have these cars that are taller because in the bottom level will be a car, then they'll have, like the separator that they drive onto, and then there'll be another vehicle on top of it. Yeah, yeah, same thing. Yeah, we do it on the rails, but yeah, we got the trucks with the semis and everything. They do that too, where they'll be transporting vehicles to like all the dealerships. It's mainly dealerships that get those types of transports. Oh yeah, I bet you see some crazy shit. My cousin, he also drives an 18-wheeler. And I'll be on, like, if I'm not streaming during my walk, I'll be calling him while he's at work driving. And we'll be doing like 3, 4, or 5-way phone calls with him and his other drivers. And they be telling me all kinds of crazy shit that they see. She's very loud and funny. Well, I think to drive those trucks, you have to kind of be loud. And you also got to have a sense of humor. Otherwise, you're probably going to drive yourself insane from all the stress. All right, now we're going to go back. Usually for my walk, so this path, it doesn't go that way along the railroad track anymore. It goes along the street, and then it curves over to the right, and then it continues. But there's no sidewalks or actual trails. You basically be walking on the side of the road, and then with our, well, snow everywhere, I'd either have to choose walking in the street that's clear or walking through all the polluted snow from the plows and all the cars. So it's all chemically mixed snow. That shit gets into your leg, pants, whatever. Your pant legs. Gets into, like your socks. It starts rubbing on your legs. That shit starts to itch. How cold is it here? I looked at the weather before I left, and it feels like 7 degrees Fahrenheit with the wind chill. I'm not sure what that is in Celsius. Usually, I'll have my temperature in Celsius because I do have some like friends over in Asia that are always asking me about the weather, but they haven't asked me about it recently, so I switched it back over to Fahrenheit. But yeah, with the wind chill, feels like 7 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold. Well, I mean, I've gotten pretty used to it. Well, I mean, I also live here too, but there's also like with me, like I got this face mask on, and then it goes up and wraps around over my hat, and it's not that thick. It's like a fleece, and then I wear my sunglasses to help with the wind. That's it. Like this jacket, like I had a feeling it was gonna be like a little colder today. Shit, my shit's not even zipped up all the way. But it's like, it's not that thick. It's like a canvas jacket with like a cloth liner. For me, this is actually enough. And I'm wearing a hoodie and like a white t-shirt. Like, for me, that's it. And then I got blue jeans and thermal bottoms on. But even those thermals, they're not thick. They're actually pretty thin. But what a lot of people don't do is they don't try working on building up their cold resilience, so to speak. Yeah, you're right. You acclimatize. Like for me, the way I would usually do it is when I sleep at night, I crack my window. It gets my bed nice and cold, and I sleep under a blanket. Sometimes I even get too hot, even with the window open, because even just cracking it, like it sucks out all that hot air, and my room ends up getting cold, or at least my bed area gets extremely cold. So like, I do what I have to do to get kind of used to this, because you never know when your car might break down and you're stuck walking. Yeah, and it helps circulate the air. Now, switch this back around. My family probably doesn't appreciate it because I live with my younger brother and his wife too. And like my bedroom throws off our thermostat so bad because I have a monster of a PC. So when it's running, my room is always hot. And I mean, it gets so hot in my room that like our heater vent, I keep it shut and blocked so no hot air comes into my room. And then all the hot air usually just comes from my computer case. Yeah. And like, oh, here comes another guy. We're gonna get out of his way. Man, that guy is booking. He has, looks like he's on an electric bicycle. So he got thicker tires. I mean, compared to that older guy that was on the bicycle, like he wasn't leaving any trail marks like this dude was. Yeah, technically, this isn't frozen. Like there's probably like some ice like right here, but it's small patches. But also, he didn't say anything about being behind me either. I just luckily heard a weird noise behind me. He probably could have said anything. I mean, bleh. He probably could have said something because, I mean, bleh, fuck, I can't talk. He probably would have said something if I didn't turn around and actually already see him. But yeah, man, that guy was booking. Yeah, but yeah, like, there's a lot of people who don't acclimatize themselves to this weather. Like, they really don't. Even in my own family. Like, I'm probably one of the ones that take it the most extreme. But that's also probably from where I served in the Marines for 4 years, too. So I don't mind making myself miserable. So it's kind of like out of habit, too, in a weird way. But at the same time, I don't have to wear as many layers either. Like, even with what it is now, I probably don't need my hoodie. I probably don't. Hell, in all reality, I could probably remove my jacket and just wear the hoodie. As long as it's not too windy to push through, the fabric. Like, I'm usually pretty good. There's also like this huge ass, I don't know if they're hornets or wasps. But there's like a huge ass wasp nest too. It's in one of the trees over here by the creek. Every time I walk by these fuckers, I always check to see if the weather has knocked their nest down. Yeah, because fuck those fuckers. Oh, helicopter's up in the air. Oh yeah, well, the nest is nowhere near us. Yeah, it's still up in the air. They're just over there semi-hibernating. I know they're not, I don't know if they hibernate like honeybees, but I know honeybees can actually survive this winter from where they huddle up into a ball and flap their wings to stay warm. But it's actually kind of funny. I'll go ahead and see if I can zoom in on them. So right here is the best way to figure out where these wasps are. There's this west sign. See if I can get it zoomed in. So this sign right here is directly across from these wasps. But every day I walk by to see if it's fallen to the ground yet. And it's just hanging there. It's just hanging there. Yeah, it's massive. Let's see if I can go ahead and get this zoomed back out. But yeah, like it's on the other side of the railroad track, directly above this creek. I just found it ironic because where that wasp nest is, the heads like they have their own personal sign. Oh god, yeah, man. Like that wasp nest, I bet it's so big. Like it'll probably be bigger than our heads. Like it's massive. Like zooming in from this far away, like didn't really do it justice for its size. Yeah, yeah. You know, it could be an exaggeration, but I bet that wasp nest could fit inside these trees. Like one of those thick ass main branches. I bet it'd fit inside it. Do you wear like motorcycle helmets at all? Okay. Do you know like how big they are though? Like have you ever actually held one or seen them like up close? I bet that wasp nest is bigger than a motorcycle helmet. Cause like I bet if you were walking and that fell on top of your head and your head goes through it, yeah, you're fucked. So this here is a pedestrian walkway, but not everybody stops. Like this guy, he's not stopping at all. It's like when you push these buttons, there's a light indicator like right here, and then right there, that flashes caution. Size of 3 bike helmets. Could be. That's just big. Bit rude. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, technically you should slow down, to cross over a railroad track, but they don't. I was actually coming back one day because I'll usually turn back and go that way where I came from. And one day there was this couple driving a car. That place over here, like directly, like right over here, is like a food pantry, I believe, where they give out, like free food to like homeless and people who want to stop by and pick some up. And they were so busy that this one girl, she didn't slow down for me. I waited. She didn't slow down. This side slowed down, but there was a truck. He was just going to make a left turn into the food pantry. And if she would have slowed down, she wouldn't have hit him like she did. Because she basically ignored me, ignored slowing down, and then ran into the side of a truck making a left turn. Oh man, if it's raining, it's like they're even worse. They don't care. Hey, how you doing? Like a lot of drivers in America, right? Like America has gotten so bad. Like it's all like literally like courtesy has basically gone out the window. Now it is gonna depend on where you live. It really is, but like bigger cities, like Columbus, it's a big city. It's a metropolitan area, but it's not as big as say like New York City or LA or places like that. But this is still a big city. But like city areas, a lot of people just don't care, man. Like even though a pedestrian has the right of way, you could be slowing down to let somebody, safely cross the street, and there could be a car behind you honking their horn, fucking road raging, getting ready to get the fuck out of the car to throw hands because you're not moving. Same there as well. Yeah. Hell, I used to be like, freedom this, freedom that. Like, we all have our cars. We should be able to, the right to travel. And then, like, once you get it, you get it. But now I'm like, I'm starting to think that before we give people their driver's licenses, I think we should make them take a motorcycle test, ride a motorcycle for at least a year, and then be eligible to go through driving school and get their driver's license. And then once you get all of that done, like retake the driving test, like every time you got to go renew it. Because some people, they just forget or they just don't care. And the Linden crime's the worst it's ever been. Uh, Out of curiosity, not to get into politics or anything, but is that more so because of like native Lindeners themselves, or is that more so because of like immigration stuff like that? You moved from Linden to a nature reserve on the south coast last November. Oh damn, that sounds like it was a huge change. Mostly illegal immigrants, but a few natives too. Yeah, it's about the same here as well. Although I'm pretty sure the media portrays America as being an extreme shit show right now. England is heading for a distraction if the people don't rise up. We think of Americans as our brothers. Yeah, it's vice versa too. Like, sure, we may like, throw jabs at each other because it's, England versus America, especially in July. But like, I know even our local news or just American news in general, man, they've been trying their best to like destroy our view amongst ourselves. You need ice in the UK. Yeah, that's a crazy thing in America right now too. Well, looks like there's a guy up here playing with his dog. I don't know if it's a grown dog or a pup. I don't know if they're training or if they're just out for a walk. But they also don't have their dog on a leash either. At least not that I can tell. If they do have it on a leash, that's a long ass leash. Thin too, to where I can't see it. Ice are good, they don't take no shit. Yeah, I mean, that's a yes and no. I won't go into the politics side of things, because I don't like, so I know if I start getting into that, you kind of got to like, whether you talk about it in a biased or unbiased way. Because like me, political wise, I'm an independent. So, like, a lot of people don't like what I have to say as an independent because it criticizes both the big parties in America. Straight up, we really do. Our government has let in millions of undocumented individuals. They've been killing and raping our women, and government's does nothing. Sounds like the old Roman Empire invading Britannica or whatever that was. I think you get what I mean. But yeah, we gotta. Well, I'm pretty sure everybody around the world has seen just how many undocumented immigrants have relocated to America over the years, and just how many they've deported over the years. Deleted messages? Uh, it doesn't show any deleted messages on my side. I mean, my chat widget's set up right now to where it shows a message and it stays on it for like 2 whole minutes before it fades away. Whether or not it deleted any messages from the actual like chat itself, I don't know. Deleted by moderator. Oh, wait. Does it show that a moderator deleted them? Oh, interesting. When I get back home, I'll have to check that out. See what messages it deleted. So I do have it set to auto mod, to where it tries to catch certain thing when it comes to about like if there's any type of slurs or race, stuff like that. But then again, auto moderation can be a little weird too, because it could also mistake a word out of context, thinking that it's being used in a derogative sense when it might not be. So I set up a friend of mine. I set up her auto mod too. What is this guy doing? I wonder if they live there, or oh yeah, okay, they're opening it. That was just suspicious activity that they were doing. Like they were just over there standing in the corner. I just seen hand movements going up and down. Yeah, that's probably what happened. It probably just took the word and just had to like safety. Because I do like, although I make my channels 18 plus, I do try to keep some things a bit restricted in a sense. Because like, I'm not an argumentative type of guy. I'm not a debater. Like, I don't mind giving an opinion on something, but I also try to be a friendly, neutral kind of guy. Because I know one person from Africa. I don't really know anyone from Europe. Then there's also my American friends, and I know some Mexicans too. So I'm friendly with everybody, and I try to make it to where some topics are not highly discussed, because I want all my friends to be able to watch my channel and at the same time not cause any type of drama. Right, right. Oh, I got my alarm going off my phone. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Yeah, that's how I keep it. Like, no politics, no religion. Which is kind of like when I was talking to you about the crime in Linden. I was asking you in a non-political way. Because it's always, curious to get the point of view from someone who has actually lived in an area. Like for my area, crime has gone down by the numbers. No one actually believes it. Same thing with like American gun deaths for like homicide or accidentals and shit like that. Like even in my city, it has gone down. But a lot of the times that that the news or the media won't report on is that a lot of those interactions usually have to do with criminals, whether it's a robbery or some shit. Right. Yeah, no problem. No worries. And then, it's like, I myself, being an American, I also carry. But at the same time, I also I don't brag about it. Sure, right now it might sound like I am. But even when I'm not carrying, people assume I carry because I do carry. And it's also how I treat everybody else. Because, it's that, look, with a lot of our crime, it's mainly because of lack of respect. Not really morals or, I guess, ethics. Yeah, lack of ethics. But not really lack of morals. Because someone could be a very shitty, unmoral person and still be extremely nice and kind and be respectful. So, like, a lot of knife crime. Damn. Man, down there, smell that shit. Oh my god, it smells so good. And I'm currently on a 47-hour fast too right now. Damn. That shit smells so fucking good. Yeah, sometimes it's what you gotta do. Figure out your risks, how you wanna live, and if you want low, I mean, sometimes, it's all about how what you want. Like, cause I'm 39. I'll be 40 later this year. I just recently turned 39, like 3 months ago? Some shit like that. So, now that I'm getting closer to 40, I'm also being less risky in a sense. Like, sure, I'm a white guy. I'm a nosy motherfucker. Sure, I'm also a Marine. Like, if I see somebody in help, I'm gonna go help. But that's probably the only time I'll really ever put myself in harm's way to risk any type of serious bodily harm or even possible death to myself is if I see somebody needing help. Take your nearest, see a half an hour to your nearest shop. What kind of shop? Like, you local groceries? Oh, okay, that's not bad. I mean, technically, I'm not sure how people in the UK view distance and time, but with America being so massive, I mean, people in my state, like, Columbus is damn near into central, and we're the capital, and people will drive to either Cincinnati or Cleveland every day for work. Whether they're driving from those cities to Columbus or Columbus to those cities, or even just on the weekend. And that's like, depending on where you go, can range anywhere between a 1.5 hour drive to 2 hour drive. So yeah, a half hour ain't bad, man. Yeah, definitely need a car for that. So this fence, technically to keep people out, but, you know, people have said, fuck it, they cut it open. But over here are some small department stores. Nine hours and 19 minutes. God damn. I think it takes me almost 9 hours to drive from here to Florida. Well, if I want to go like South Florida, some shit, maybe 9 to 12 hours. I know from my location to drive to LA at our speeds, and if it was perfect conditions and no red lights, would take one day, 15 hours, I think, if you can drive it straight. Beautiful car, but man, that damn thing was wrecked. I miss my Challenger. I used to own a Dodge Challenger. Had a 5.7 liter V8, 50th edition from 2020. But then we had a snowstorm similar to this, and my ex-wife at the time got stuck in her car. She's from Vietnam, and she wasn't used to driving this type of weather and was extremely scared. And I couldn't go and get her. And I had to take an Uber, taxi, whatever, ride share, whatever they call them nowadays, to go get her. And then I decided at that point to trade it in back then and got me a Jeep at the time. Damn. Virginia Beach to Las Vegas? That took them a long ass time. I know where Virginia Beach is. But I did always tell myself, if I ever decide to get me another Challenger again, I'm going to get the V6 with the all-wheel drive and get me some decent winter tires for the winter time. Although if it ever got like tall like this, I'd have to wait for them to actually, you know, clear it. But then again, if I do decide to get me another car, because I surrendered all my cars, I said fuck it. I hadn't had a car in my name in like 2 years. I got me a motorcycle last year and been practicing on it. But if I do get me another vehicle, I'll probably get me another Jeep again. So that way I can drive through all the deep snow. Slept in this car 1 or 2 nights? Yeah. I've done that from North Carolina to Ohio when I would come visit my family from the military. I wouldn't get a hotel. I would just start driving. And then in the middle of the night, I'd pull over into a rest stop. And then just kick back in my car and sleep. One night, though, I forgot to check my dashboard. And I guess while I was sleeping, I was driving I think it was like a 2005 Hummer H3 at the time. And it has a floorboard parking brake. I didn't realize I kicked it and fully engaged it while I was sleeping. and then drove like 50 miles like that before I realized it. And I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit. That's crazy. That's fast. Damn. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my stream here, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. Um, I was planning on live streaming yesterday, but got busy and forgot. So I'll probably live stream today, like later on too. Depending on what time it is when I get back home and whatnot. Because I'm gonna still continue my walk. I'm gonna call my cousin, and we'll probably play either some Diablo 4 later or play some Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. Nice to chat with you as well. Hey, thanks for the follow there, Hitman. I appreciate it. And I will catch you guys all later. Have a good day or night. Peace.